want to see how they react in a pressured situation. Can they buy for themselves, or do they expect me to pay? Then I'll fucking buy them, like pay for it anyway. I just want to see what kind of person they are.
Yeah, I hear you, and it seems like a good approach. It's sensible. It makes sense. I get you. I mean, I don't think it's a big problem with women out there. Well, I mean, okay, I mean, Capillo's, you definitely used to getting paid for it, because she didn't reach her wallet or anything when we went to margaritas, and that was fine, because she let me have sex with her. So, that was fine. But even if she hadn't, it still would have been fine because I knew I was going to try, and I knew that if I didn't fuck it up, she'd probably be down. So that's good enough opportunity. If I blow it, if I lose because I do something stupid, that's my fault. No, not really, INFJ. That's not necessarily the case at all because of a couple of reasons. One, if I know them particularly well and they're in my sort of range of viable options, then I shouldn't get to know them too well before I make it clear my intentions. The longer you're around somebody, the more that you become normalized as whatever it is they perceive you as. And so if you're coming up on a new prospect and you think they're going to be a prospect, then my general approach is to not talk very much to them until I decide I want to actually move or see if I want to move. And then when I do, is to try to get as much information in a short period of time as possible because I mean, chasing skirts is time consuming, it's expensive, it's frustrating sometimes because you got to be cool all the time, right? You can't, like I was annoyed that Capillo was in town. I mean, I know she got back on her flight not that long ago. She's probably jet lagged or whatever, but she was in my neck of the woods as recently as 2 days ago and didn't contact me. And I was annoyed by that. Annoyed, but aware of the fact that I can't show any sign of that annoyance or anything like that because I'm playing it cool, which is not necessarily fun, but is important. I'm not worried about feeling awkward. I'm saying that it's that mystery component thing that you don't want them to have made a decision about you one way or the other when they go out with you. I'd like to have as little pre-face-to-face communication with somebody as possible because there's nothing I can achieve nothing by a non-face-to-face. Doesn't do me damn any good. I've had too many experiences of like on Tinder or something, messaging back and forth, and me going like, well, then let's meet up and have coffee and find out what we actually like each other or whatever. And just getting these message exchanges getting dragged on and on and on because the chick's dragging her feet. Well, she's not telling me. No, she's not telling me. Yes, she's saying yes, but not this, not today. No, I don't want to play any of those sort of games where you're testing me to see how I handle frustration or something. No, I handle it fine. I handle it by not paying any more attention to you. Well, obviously, females are a lot more careful in their choosing of date personages than men are. I don't usually worry about girls that I might go out with turn out to be husband beaters with, a tendency to tie up and carry off and rape their dates. I'm not under a lot of threat of that. Well, there may always be more layers to uncover later on, but there's not infinite time, and there are nearly infinite possible people. So you got to try to, if you got to balance the competing factors of, I'd like to find the ideal relationship. I know that I could make any number of relationships work because I've done it in the past, but how perfect do I want this person to be? How long do I want to wait? When and if I settle, or when or if I settle down, that's an important question because I really, 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 really want to make sure that this next person that I get with is the last person that I get with for a long-term monogamous relationship. I'm looking to not have to deal with this shit anymore. Basically, that's why I want to be in a relationship more than anything else. Is chasing skirts is kind of fun. Fucking new chicks is cool, but I mean it's fun and it's exciting and stuff. But I'm just not that much of a censor. I'd rather have familiar Franny here at home and just fuck her every day. Now, that's one thing that's going to be important, though. My next significant other needs to want to have sex every day. I can't have her be like, oh, I like to have sex like a couple times a month. That's not going to fly. That's not working for me. It doesn't have to be absolutely every day, but it's got to be like every other day. That's the whole point. Is that a large sex drive? It seems normal. You obviously have to ejaculate once a day. That's how much cum your balls make.
Yeah, to me it's normal. Like I know people that don't have sex that often, but I think it's more common to have sex. Where's the feedback coming? Testing. Oh yeah. I think it's much more common to have sex like frequently in the early phases of dating, and then it more like it plays out. But I would say like at least 4 times a week, like at least every other day. Like if someone were to say like, okay, we can have sex like once or a week or twice, I'm like, no, fuck no, that's not gonna work. My sex
drive. That's the bottom line. It doesn't work. It creates resentment because then you gotta solve the problem yourself, and you're like, why do I have this woman here if I'm having to do this myself? Yeah. This is her job.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know, like Jesse needs sex maybe a few times a week, but well, I'm like, fucking, I want to do it like 2 times a day. I can't probably.
Jacob, you're just going to have to be more seductive.
I know, maybe, but sometimes.
2 points right here. You're going to practice. You're going to talk with your lowest Swedish voice. You're going to ask a question really slowly. Say, Jesse, where did you put the cheese? Try. Practice. I'm saving your relationship right now, Jacob. I'm your marriage counselor. Say it. Let's hear you say, practice your sexy voice.
Jessica, var la du osten?
I bet that doesn't mean where's the cheese.
It meant where's the cheese, actually.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. Var är den? Spelled like this.
Ben or Austin?
Yeah, sort of.
I gotta go to Denny's. I'm starving. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll take my laptop with me. I'm gonna go to Denny's and get some food. You guys can, the whole time I'm gone, you can talk about what do you think Eric's going to eat at Denny's?
Yeah, cheese. Where's the cheese?
That'll be an exciting conversation topic. All right, I'll see you later.
See ya. What up, INFT? What's up? Want to jump over to first channel to see if they're discussing something interesting? Yeah, I'm heading over there.